All right. As far as the injuries go, Jody Fortson tore his Achilles tendon, and then Hitch got an elbow. They'll MRI it tomorrow, and we'll see. And then Mike Burton's left pec. So it's we got to do the same thing, MRI on that. All in all, kind of a game of two tails here. So I thought the first half, defensively, we played good, solid defense. Offensively, the turnovers. And, those things, they get you here. We got to get out of this cycle and get ourselves going. I felt like the second half we did a good job with that. But listen, defensively, Mike Dannett with the fumble, causing the fumble, and then Legarius picking the thing up and digging it out, and then Turk Wharton with the interception. You don't see that very often, but what a move that was. That was tremendous. And then, listen, the second half, Pat ends up close to 400 yards, and Kels 100, and Tyreek 100, and then Darrell Williams, we throw him in there. But that second half, the guys picked it up and, really put themselves to it with a strong mindset. And I was proud of them for that. So, with that, time's yours.
How do you get out of that?
Yeah, well, you did what we did the second half. You hang on the ball, don't throw it up, and
should have told them that before the game.
Yeah, I'll let you guys do that.
Andy, that play of Patrick's was really uncharacteristic down near the goal line, but it also seemed to reset him, I guess, in the second half.
Yeah.
What impact does that kind of play make?
Yeah, so it's not good. But he came back, and he's such a tough competitor, and he's trying to make things happen, and he's probably forcing it right there. So I think that's obvious, and you can't do that. So yeah,
it's strange for him because he really hasn't done anything like that. I think in his career. Yeah, is indicative of forcing it. You think?
Yeah. He's trying to make things happen, and he admitted that it's too much, right? So. Not that he had to admit it. It was pretty obvious what was going on.
Andy, with personnel changes with Juan Thornhill as well as Nick Bolton and Willie Gay, what were you hoping to get out of that change there?
Yeah, Mike Remmers was another one we just put in there. And sometimes it's good for the other guys to take a step back to move forward. And they got to play. Everybody played. So it was but it was good to, those guys, get them in there and let them do their thing. I'll see how it worked out on tape. We'll evaluate it from there.
Andy Darrow with the starting role today. What did you see from him?
Yeah, I'm proud of him because, he's been kind of that utility guy that comes in, and although he's had some good games for us over the years. So, but it was nice to have him have that spot and go get it like he did. He had almost 100 total yards, and with the running and the reception. So, good football player. Ran hard, big, hard. So.
Maybe on defense, the personnel changes we saw, but it also seemed like he blitzed more, trying to get a little bit. Is that true? And did that go hand in hand with personnel, or is that something you would?
Well, yeah, he mixed it up. I thought he mixed it up pretty good, but trying to get pressure on the quarterback. So, I thought Spags had a nice game plan though all the way around. They're a scrappy offense right there. So, that quarterback when he's hot, man, he can get that thing going. So. I thought Spags mixed and matched pretty well with his blitz game. Yeah.
Also, you mentioned how the first half and the second half were so different. Was halftime different? Did you sense something like that might be coming?
No, listen, I just think the guys put their mind to it and bared down, and kind of enough's enough. And there's a point where you have to do that. And I thought they did a nice job with it.
Andy, the turnovers, the fact that it's a trend, does that sour the feeling right now? It's hard to win in this league, hard to win on the road, but the fact that it's turnovers.
Yeah, no, listen, as long as we're curing it, I'm good with it. I'm not sure I've been around quite this many, but we're there, and so it needs to change. But they were heading the right direction that second half, so I appreciate that.
And just real quick second one, it seemed like Travis really gutted it out today.
Yeah, no, Travis was hurting. His neck was sore from, the week before, stiff. But he worked through it, and did a nice job. He's a pretty savvy guy, man. He did some nice things, and it was good to get the other guys in. I'm sorry for Jody and what happened to him because he's been doing so well, and but Noah came in and had some valuable reps for us.
Andy, you said last week that you would like to see, you wondered what it looked like when both sides of the ball played complementary football together. Just how much was it important for the defense to sort of set that tone in the second half?
Yeah.
Because it looked like Pat actually took a sack and you needed to take one.
Yeah, Nate. I mean, you saw everybody lift up. I mean, probably the best thing was on the interception by Turk. I mean, the whole team ran down there. That's what this is all about. It's an emotional game, and so you've got to play that way. And things were kind of dead that first half, and there's one way to do it. You got to reach down a little bit and go. And I thought the guys did that. Yeah.
Last three.
Anytime Matthew seemed like he was upset, did you see what was going on there? Is that just his defense?
Oh no, he was upset. Yeah, because it wasn't going right. And that's what I'm saying though. The guys get tired of it, and those leaders, you get tired of it. I mean, it's got to change. And so you need a little bit of that, fire. And then everybody needs to feel it and then go. So, I mean, that's what happened there.
And Coach, obviously, your defense has struggled, but again, they only gave up 13 points today. Frank Clark, a lot of aggression, a lot of good push on the line. Talking about that.
Yeah, I thought the guys did a good job with the pressures. I thought they did a good job with the run game for the most part. Shutting it down. That runner there is the one that got hurt, is a heck of a player, and then 41 comes in and does a nice job for him. So, but I thought our guys bared down and did a good job against that offense.
Last one, Adam.
Andy, you guys were -4 in turnovers against the Chargers, as you remember. Still were there at the end. You were -1, I believe, on the road. Still won by, 18 today. What does that tell you about your team if you guys can get this turned around?
Yeah, we're going to get it turned around. So, and then, it'll be a pretty nice picture. So, yeah.
Thank you.